Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with your Day 1 severe weather outlook. There are two slight risk areas today, one covering parts of central and east central Texas, the very far extreme southeastern tip of Oklahoma, northwestern half of Louisiana, most of Arkansas, far southeastern Missouri, far southwestern Kentucky, western Tennessee, northwestern Alabama, and most of Mississippi. Another slate today covers northeastern Kentucky, much of West Virginia, eastern half of Ohio, the western part of the Maryland Panhandle, western Pennsylvania, and southwestern New York. Cities in today's slate include Houston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Columbus, Ohio, Austin, Texas, and Memphis, Tennessee. And there's a broad marginal today covering parts of central, northeastern, and southeastern Texas, a tiny bit of southeast Oklahoma, a tiny bit of Arkansas, a tiny bit of Missouri, southeastern half of southeastern half of Louisiana, southeastern half of Louisiana, southeastern Mississippi, much of Alabama, the northwestern part of the Florida Panhandle, northwestern Georgia, northwestern South Carolina, western North Carolina, central and eastern Tennessee, far south central Illinois, much of Kentucky, parts of Indiana, eastern Michigan, western half of Ohio, western Virginia, eastern West Virginia, northwestern Maryland, central Pennsylvania, and central New York State. Cities in today's marginal include Dallas, Texas, Detroit, Michigan, Fort Worth, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, and New Orleans, Louisiana. Going to the tornado threat for today, there is a 5% chance of isolated tornadoes today that encompasses eastern Ohio, north central West Virginia, western Pennsylvania, and extreme southwestern corner of New York. The 5% tornado risk area today includes Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Akron, Ohio, Canton, Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, and Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. There is a 2% chance of an isolated tornado today covering extreme northeastern Texas, northern Louisiana, most of Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northwestern Alabama, southeastern Missouri, western half of Tennessee, south central Illinois, southeastern Indiana, most of Kentucky, parts of Ohio, parts of West Virginia, the western part of the Maryland Panhandle, parts of Pennsylvania, and southwestern New York. The 2% tornado risk area today includes Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, and Cincinnati, Ohio. So, now, if you look at the black dashed area, the black dashed area is a level 1 tornado risk today. The black dashed area is the highest potential for tornadoes of EF1 rating or stronger today. The highest potential in the black dashed area exists for tornadoes of EF1 rating or stronger. Maybe EF2, something like that. Alright, maybe EF1, EF2, something like that in the black dashed. I'm not saying it can't happen in the 2% tornado risk. I'm not saying it can't happen out of the black dashed area, but the highest potential for an EF1 or stronger tornado is in the black dashed area. Alright? And areas in the 2% tornado risk could see around EF0, maybe isolated EF1, something like that, but mainly EF0 for the most part, if it happens. So, going to the wind, there are two areas where we have a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today. One covering extreme southeastern corner of Oklahoma, east central Texas, northwestern half of Louisiana, most of Arkansas, most of Mississippi, western and northwestern Alabama, western Tennessee, southeastern Missouri, and southwestern Kentucky. Another 15% wind risk area today includes northeastern Kentucky, most of West Virginia, eastern half of Ohio, western part of the Maryland Panhandle, western Pennsylvania, and southwestern, and southwestern New York State for the 15%. The 15% wind risk areas today include Houston, Texas, Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And areas in the brown are in a 5% wind risk area today. It's a very broad brown, meaning 15% wind, the brown is the 5%. The yellow is the 15%, and brown is the 5% wind risk area. Brown area is a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts 58 miles per hour higher today. Cities in the 5% wind risk area today include, I'm not going to say New York and Philadelphia because they're clearly not in it. So, the 5% wind risk today includes San Antonio, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and Detroit, Michigan. Now to today's hail threat. There is a 15% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today, covering much of the eastern half of Texas. The 15% hail risk area today includes Houston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, Laredo, Texas, and Pasadena, Texas. And there are two areas where we have a 5% hail risk today in the brown. There are 2 areas in the brown where there is a 5% hail risk today. Again, brown is a 5% hail risk today. So, yeah. Cities in the 5% hail risk today include Dallas, Texas, Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee, Fort Worth, Texas, and Cleveland, Ohio. And if you're in the black dashed area, the black dashed area is the highest potential to see hail of 2 inches in diameter or larger today. In that level 1 hail risk today in the black dashed area. Alright? Again, black dashed area is a level 1 large hail risk, aka highest potential for 2 inch in diameter hail or larger today. I'm not saying it can't happen outside the black dashed area for 2 inches in diameter hail or larger. It's just the highest potential for 2 inch in diameter hail or larger is in the black dashed area. So, yeah. And if you're outside that black dashed area, mainly expect hail of 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches in diameter. So the black dashed area includes Houston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, Laredo, Texas, and Killeen, Texas. So in summary, scattered severe thunderstorms are likely today across parts of Ohio into West Virginia and western Pennsylvania and New York, and from portions of Texas into the lower Mississippi Valley and Mid-South. Damaging winds should be the main threat for most areas, but large hail may occur across parts of Texas, and a few tornadoes appear possible in the upper Ohio Valley. So, that's your day 1 severe weather outlook. Stay safe and affect areas today, even though they're just slight and marginals, because you don't know what the heck slights and marginals can pull off sometimes. So stay safe in those areas today, and I'll have my day 2 severe weather outlook this afternoon. Take care.